fucking sitting here at Electric Angel Lounge, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I feel the same way because you're here, dude. You made this. You put this room on fire. I love it. Fuck yeah.
It's fucking beautiful,
Okay.
man.
This is a terrible thing to say, but it's true.
People came together in this city because they need what the city can give.
Largest of the three bones is about 1/4 of an inch long.
Tex, how did you find yourself in L.A.?
Remember Bad Actor?
Yeah.
That was the first band I started. I was in, and we had, ironically, one of our first shows in Philadelphia was with, we opened Circle Jerks and the Stranglers headlined at the Stardust Ballroom. And that's when I first met those guys. And Gary Hurstis was managing the Circle Jerks back then. And he obviously liked the band. And he's like, dude, you guys should be out west. And so, one thing led to another. And he got us a couple shows working our way out west with the Circle Jerks. And that's when I met Keith. Roger and I became really close. You remember Roger?
Roger, yeah.
And Greg and Lucky. And my first show in LA was at the Cuckoo's Nest with the Controllers, Bad Actor, and then the Circle Jerks headline. And mind you, this is so long ago that LA was the only place they were slam dancing.
Yeah, right.
They weren't doing that anywhere else in the States. Well, back east anyway, New York and Philadelphia. But, my first couple chords, I'm looking at the kids. I'm like, I'm never fucking leaving here. I am home.
Right.
I'm home.
Right.
And never left. I tried to leave.
So we're talking 70?
No, we're talking 81.
81, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, that was, man, you punched into it right in its heyday.
Oh, it was
just
brilliant, dude. And I got to see the tail end of the first wave of punk in LA because we played after the Cuckoo's Nest show, did Club 88, did Blackies, did the Whiskey. I don't think the Music Machine was open yet.
Yeah, probably not. It might. Well, it was there, but
yeah,
I don't think they were booking shows like that. Did you manage? I guess you didn't. Probably didn't get to the Starwood.
That was
might have been gone.
closed.
Yeah,
that was closed.
gone.
But I did Wong's East.
Yeah.
I don't remember if Wong's West was open, but I did what was left of those days.
In that same band.
Yeah, Bad Actor. Yeah.
So Bad Actor. So you did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so what were you thinking when you were doing that band? You were just like, so this is gonna be the band, or I need to, because you were in L.A. No, I mean just like cities back east, New York, obviously. There's musicians everywhere.
Yeah.
Bands everywhere, and I used to think of that as like there's opportunity everywhere. You never know because bands come, they go, they break up.
Yeah. Well, for my introduction to LA and for what Bad Actor was, it was okay. I mean, I was a little self-conscious because we were kind of like, it was back east. It was kind of like power poppy.
Yeah.
But, we were playing with a lot of good hard driving bands. I mean, we played the Cathay de Grand a lot, and, I just started, we played around and I started networking, and, Bad Actor was good for what it was, and I was still finding myself too.
Yeah, that. I won't ask how old you were because it doesn't matter at this point.
How old was I back then? Well, I got out here in 81. I graduated school in 79. So I figured 20,
Oh, yeah.
21.
Young dude.
It was a pup.
Young man. Yes, a pup.
It seemed like it was just yesterday.
Yeah, well, exactly. Like literally just yesterday.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's so cool to be, it's just kind of like you drop in the middle of this crazy thing going on, all this energy around you, and you start meeting, I mean, I've met so many amazing people.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
And I kind of had the same sort of thing. It's like, I can't leave. I can't, where else? There's other great places, but I just got a feeling for this.
Well, you got to remember, too, back then, L.A. was ground zero for rock and roll. I mean, you had, everything was going on here. You had the metal thing, you had the punk thing, you had the cowpunk thing going. Also, I don't know, you remember, man, when you would go out your door and you'd see like 50 mods on scooters going down the street,
Down Melrose.
Yeah, it was just LA.
I know, there was all kinds of
If
stuff.
you're a musician, there was no other place to be.
Yeah.
As far as I was concerned.
Well, it's an amazing place like that. I mean, the energy is just, and it's still out there. It's still there. I mean, I know it's different, but I've met too many bands and too many musicians, that young people that are just like, man, they got that same thing, and they're so talented, and they're so into what they're doing in spite of the odds. I always used to, I thought of it like this. So you never know what kind of success you're going to have in LA, but you don't get there because of LA. You get there in spite of LA.
Exactly.
Because this place is not exactly holding its arms out for us.
No.
They don't accommodate. The fire department is ready to shut any club down at any time.
Exactly.
And they will, one person over the limit, if they find out. I remember so many stories and places where they came in and just shut it down. So it's in spite of LA. So that same kind of attitude, still happening now. It's like in spite of how tough it is out there, we're doing this thing because we love it. And there's just, goddamn.
Bring us another round, Dominic.
Oh, no more for me.
Everything. Most factories are in or near cities.
That has world significance. Perhaps this is the most important and most beneficial.
So you dropped into that, and then, so we're talking early 80s, and I love how you describe like all these different things going on. Sometimes I forget that, it was like that. So where were you wanting to go? Like music-wise with that?
With Bad Actor, when after a couple years, after I was out here for a couple years, I was introduced to Smog Vomit, Greg Boaz from Tex and the Horseheads. So I started hanging out with Mike Mart, Rock, Texacala, and Smog. So I was hanging with the Horseheads a lot. And through them, I met Elric. Remember Rick Elric?
Yeah.
I met Rick Elric, and Bad Actor was still going, but, Rick asked me to do a couple shows with him. And so I did a couple shows with him, and that relationship just started blossoming. And Bad Actor, once it took its course, and half of the members went back east, and we've pretty much broken up. Then I started playing with Rick permanently. And I played with Rick for a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. And my way of thinking, it was like, well, first of all, Rick he had his own air about him as far as his style and his talent. But the way I seen him musically was like, fuck, dude, this is the closest thing to David Bowie and Brian Ferry I'm gonna get. So
Right.
you know,
So go with it.
so I stuck with him for a while, and he kept me for a while because he had this like revolving door musicians for a while, you know, and I played with him for I want to say 7, 8 years.
Wow.
That
And so
was-
that was like his band. I mean,
I played with Rick. It was Rick L. Rick when I
Yeah.
joined when I started playing with him. Then he changed the name to Flesh and Blood.
okay, that's what I was wondering about. How
And
many
then
names?
after Flesh and Blood, the name was changed to the Slaves.
Huh?
And the Slaves, we signed with IRS Records through Jonette Napolitano from Concrete Blonde. She got us that deal.
Damn.
Yeah.
And what was that? One album?
Just one
One?
album, yeah. Yeah.
Now, did they tour support? Did you hit the road?
We did. We didn't really hit the road, but we did some shows out of town.
Yeah.
We did some shows out of town. And the thing about it, too, the record did really good in Europe, from what I understand. I mean, it's a great record, you know, but we didn't really tour for it.
Yeah.
I don't know why,
Huh?
you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's really cool to get
Oh, yeah.
a deal in IRS.
And that
Back
was
then,
when
that would have been just
that was when IRS was on Lancashire. And they had a great roster, man. Go-Go's, Concrete Blonde, you know, Lords of the New Church. That was
Well, you know, there was so much money floating around in the music business back then. I've heard a lot of stories about, you know, they would just throw money at bands and kind of see what happens.
Oh yeah.
And so, I mean, it's great, but at the same time, you know, I mean, they're like any company. They're going to support the big money makers, and then kind of maybe hope that one of these other bands, you know, kind of pops up, and okay, there's another one, and you know, that's raking it in. But I think it felt to me like, because I've never been lucky enough to have that kind of support in a band, but it felt to me like they were also doing that, and it's like, well, you're kind of on your own. Make this happen.
Yeah.
You know, some of it's on you, not just us. And I always wondered, you know, what that would have felt.
Well, you know what, too, Terry, the thing about it, I didn't really care about, you know, as far as, you know, I just kind of embraced anything that was happening because I was young and it was all a wonderful party to me. And what I mean by that was I'm playing in a cool band. You know, I'm in LA. Any night of the week, somebody amazing would be playing. You could go see the Weirdos on a Monday night. You could go see X on a Tuesday night, Wall of Voodoo on a Wednesday night, Bags on a Thursday night, so forth and so on. It was always something going on. And you know what? For me, I was in utopia.
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah. I know, right? And it felt like it was just gonna, like, how could it not be like this forever? How could it not be?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So it's kind of strange to look back and think over the years and see just exactly how it could not be like that
Exactly.
forever. But
And
you know,
and then you know what too? I'll share this with you. You know, I've always wanted to be part of, like, how can I explain it? Like when I was a kid, you would see bands like you know, you'd see bands like Kansas, you know, regular radio rock bands, you know, like, but then you'd see bands like the Stooges, the Dolls, who totally look completely different. and totally looked just like streetwise, regular fucking rock and roll scumbags. And and when I was accepted on the scene in LA, as far as I was concerned, in my head, all my dreams came true. I made it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm where I fucking
Right,
belong. You know?
Yeah. It's a real sweet spot.
Yeah, yeah.
Just be right there. It's not so much that you've got all this obligation or you're constantly traveling and everything, but it's not like you're just struggling to be seen. It's
Yeah, exactly.
such a nice place to be.
Yeah, and I just thought I'm accepted by the elite fucking underground.
Yeah, right. Because it was always literally an open door. I know that because I was there from the get-go.
Yeah.
It really was, but it's amazing to me. And a little, I didn't understand it. I would talk to people some years later, many years later in some cases, and they were like, well, it just looked like you guys were all closed off and living in your own universe. And I'm like, well, but all you had to do was just show up. Just be there.
Yeah.
You don't know everybody, but I guarantee you go to 2 or 3 different shows, people start to see you. Pretty soon you're there. You're in, like all the rest of us.
Exactly.
Of course, it's not, we're not wearing sandwich boards that say, would you like to join the Hollywood in crowd? It's free subscription today only.
Exactly.
Just fucking do it.
But the thing about it, was it an in crowd? I'd look at it like it was an in crowd of misfits.
That's precisely what it was.
And
that's why the door was open to literally anybody.
Exactly.
And my experience in it was that it's not so much anybody. Let's say it was everybody.
I'm sorry, I don't want to spoil the party, but I just can't go.
Only in the city are there enough people who need ultrasonic equipment or reducing equipment so that business can thrive.
The second stage greatly increases the speed and height of the rocket.
Anybody who felt estranged or separated or like a misfit toy from whatever it was they grew up in, and they managed to, find their way there, boom.
Yep.
They're just a part of this. Nobody's questioning them. It's just, okay, well, there you go. Just the fact that you love this stuff like we love this stuff, it's that uniting force, that music. We may not have anything else in common, but we got this really strong binding force.
Mm-hmm.
And that it just speaks across ages, across any kind of differences that people had.
Exactly.
It was amazing to me. It was just, I still look back and I can't believe.
It was the most incredible.
It's like a fucking utopia. We created it, and why can't the rest of the world
Exactly.
read the books? Look back and see what we did. You want the answers to the world's problems?
Exactly.
But I wanted to ask, so the album that you did, Rick on IRS, what was that called?
Just The Slaves.
The Slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In case anybody wants to look it up.
Yeah. It's on YouTube. You can buy it on Discogs.
Yeah, cool.
Posh Boy re-released it. Yeah.
Posh Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Posh Boy, yes. I'd forgotten about him.
What's his name? Danny Fields? Andy Fields?
Yeah. I just remember seeing him around and wondering, okay, what kind of misfit is this?
Mm-hmm.
Because he was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never really talked to him, but I'm like, he's part of the family. So who cares? He's just that part of the family I don't talk too much.
Yeah.
But I love that. And I'm just so glad that you got to have those, those years. And in the meantime, you're playing guitar, you're getting better, you're getting better. You must have felt like you were pretty fucking good by then. By the middle of the 80s?
I was still learning, but I don't know if this will make any sense. I didn't care if I was getting better. I mean, of course, I was getting more consistent and better playing loud, fast music.
Yeah.
But I, by any means, was no technician,
Yeah.
and I'm still not today. I just love getting on stage and creating good, aggressive, good music. You know, but yeah, I was definitely more consistent, getting
Yeah.
more consistent.
Yeah.
You know, and the more the more I was hanging out and the more I was playing, I was becoming less self conscious.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
It's a big deal. I mean, because sometimes, the nerves. I mean, I don't think I ever did a show I wasn't nervous to some degree.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't just, people, I don't give a shit. I just go on stage and, really? No, not one single butterfly, not even a tiny little one. I mean, maybe some people could do it. I couldn't.
Yeah. Neither could I.
But I think that that nervous energy just actually makes it better. I not on purpose, but I learned to use it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
But and that's why I got into the underground scene because all my shortcomings and didn't matter,
yeah,
because
I know.
we all had them,
yeah.
right?
It just became like, these are the medals I'm wearing on my chest, man.
Yeah,
Shortcomings? No, it's a medal.
Yeah,
I went through this. I went through
Right.
this, and then I went through that. And the thing about it was great to me was that they were. It's not that they were celebrated, but they weren't. They obviously weren't looked at as anything negative in a sense. I mean, understand people go through shit, but they were. But they were what made me and you and that
Exactly.
person and so there was I think a kind of a shared affinity that more or less we had with each other. I felt that, and and I don't think it was just me because sometimes you see people around and I don't know they're just crazy,
yeah,
and so I did spend a couple of moments making fun of other people. Maybe I should feel bad about that. I don't know. And then I discovered they were making fun of me.
yeah.
That's like, oh, good. I'm so glad because now we can keep doing that.
And it's all a part
know.
of growing up too.
Yeah.
Of-
You got to laugh.
yeah, exactly.
I love that part.
Things got too crowded and industry leapfrogged to the outskirts. People built their homes still farther out.
Watch closely now, for you are about to witness one of nature's grandest dramas.
Let's talk about your brand new album. Because you have a brand new album.
Yeah.
Yes. And that brand new album is fantastic.
Thank you.
I love that album.
Thanks.
It's really good. And here's why. Because I wanted to say this, just like this. I was thinking about it when we got together to talk. Is that I usually listen to stuff. I still get people, hey, can you listen to this or listen to that? And I do. I listen to it. But if I'm just buying stuff on my own and playing music on my own and searching around Apple Music or wherever, I'll give it a few seconds. I like it or I don't. Next. And I wasn't necessarily going to do your record like that, but that's just always kind of my thing.
Right.
But it was amazing to me and really impressive how every time, I just started the song one, go all the way through, but every one of those songs drew me in because every one of those songs was telling me a story. A musical story, a lyric story too, but I'm 95% focused on whatever the music is telling me.
Right.
I don't really know what the lyrics, I'm just not that person. But and the first thing that was so obvious was your vocals. Your vocals just hit that nice tone, and I don't mean musical tone. I mean feeling tone, like gut tone. Just right for the moment. It's like when an actor comes in and they play a scene and they just hit it. Right there. It's not too much. It's not too little. You just take that musical phrase, and you just hit right where it should be. It's like even if you don't know where should is,
Right.
you can tell instinctively that's right where that should be. And then beneath that in the songs, man, there's some really tasty guitar licks that you were doing. It's just these little phrases
that
you were doing over and over. And that was just, so my ear is just like picking up on that. And I just, I love the rhythm that's there, that's in that. And the other thing about the songs, they got room to breathe. They got air in them. They're not covered by feedback.
Yeah.
They're not covered by a constant strum. I mean, there's a couple, but those are ass-kissing songs, that are, they're supposed to be like that. But I love all these phrases that you're putting in the songs that are breathing on their own, and you can hear them, so you're getting these layers, and that's not easy to do, to get that kind of stuff, and it's all making its own statement. Each little piece is making its own statement, and it's just perfectly glued together. It just hits the beat, hits the tone, and again, it did musically. It definitely did musically. But I mean on that intuitive gut thing.
Well,
that's what
Terry.
That's what I really like about music, about rock and roll, when I feel like it's hitting that and it's not giving me too much of that. Because rock and roll, I mean, what can you play that hasn't been played before?
Exactly.
It's just like it's so what are you going to do with it that's going to make me want to listen, that's going to draw me in? That's what you guys accomplished on this record. Is you took things, made them original, made them unique to you, but there are things like, boy, have I heard that before? Well, kind of, but not like this. Not like they're doing it. I love what they're doing it because they got all this other stuff going on around it, which makes it original, makes it unique. It just really impressed me. The whole record, every fucking song on that record has a unique story to tell. And you guys, you hit your mark on every single one of those songs.
Oh,
and
man.
I mean, it just it just floored me. I loved it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what I want to hear, in a local band. And that's what you want to hear. It's like, God, listen to that shit.
It's just fucking huge coming from you. Thank you so much, man.
Well, but it came from you. It came from you guys. You did it. And so it was funny too because there's like oh damn it, I'm terrible with song titles. There's a couple of songs though, and I'm listening to you sing and I'm hearing a little Hendrix in your voice. There's a little Jimi Hendrix there, only in tune. Hendrix was not exactly in tune when he sang. Didn't have the greatest voice. We don't have to talk about his fingers and his guitar, but when he sang, but there's that quality because I was such a fan of Hendrix when I was younger. I mean, he was just on the pantheon.
Yeah,
for me and of course millions of other people. But I'm hearing that. I'm laughing to myself because I'm thinking, I'm hearing a little bit of Jimi Hendrix, the way I wish Jimi Hendrix would have sounded had he been able to sing in tune. Probably the people will hate me, but come on. The guy he was not the best singer in the world, okay? No, he wasn't. He did what he could do. But I'm hearing a little bit of Hendrix tone in your voice, but it's like, yeah, Hendrix, who was pitch perfect, So I'm like totally enjoying it. And like once you hear it, I couldn't unhear it, but I was totally just vibing off that. I was loving the way that was sounding. So
Wow.
so that was one fantastic album. It sounded good. I don't know who put it together, in the studio, but congratulations. Just fucking great.
Thank you,
And,
Terry. Thank you so much.
That's an album to buy. That's an album to buy and listen to and hear live. Every one of those songs got me there too. See, more of it's coming to me now as I talk about it and don't let you talk.
Yeah, it's
It's like
okay.
I'm hearing this. I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to hear that live. Yeah, I want to hear that live. Oh, that's got to be good live. Now I have heard you live, but it immediately made me, here's a great experience as a recorded music. It's also going to be great to hear this live. It's not always the case,
Yeah.
As we know, a lot of bands can do one or the other. So, just totally impressive.
Well, thank you,
Such a great
sir.
job. You did such a great job.
Thanks,
Vocals
Terry.
so good, man.
Oh,
Fucking singer.
I'm just looking for some kind.
All these new families.
To deliver this information to the classroom, we asked
I don't consider myself a singer.
Okay, well.
I'm
just here to tell you that you are.
don't.
It's a friendly service
I know,
that I
I
offer
know.
to everybody.
I know. No, no, no.
earns
I
it?
know. I know. I started this band because I wanted to do a lo-fi project, and it just, morphed into what it is now. And as far as the songs, and what the band's doing and the direction that the band goes in, we spoke about this earlier. As much as a player, I'm a fan
Yeah.
of good music. And, part of my DNA, Tex and the Horseheads,
Yeah.
Gun Club, the Hangman, the Hickoids, Stax, the Southern Soul thing, as well as the Muscle Shoals thing, as well as George Jones, and all of that, those different genres of music are technically the same thing
Yeah.
when you break it down.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's
right?
all lo-fi oriented rock and roll.
Yeah.
When you strip away the production. And whether it be blues, whether it be, cowpunk, whether it's country, whether it's gospel, it's all part of the same DNA. You
Yes.
know? And, those first two Horseheads records, I would put them up with anything.
Mm-hmm.
The first four Gun Club records are some of the best stuff ever recorded. The Hangman, some of the best stuff ever recorded. And that stuff it's part of my makeup. It's part of my DNA. And technically, like you said earlier, that, what we're doing is, it's nothing you haven't heard before, but the listener, and an intelligent listener, knows whether what's being put across, they know if it's sincere.
Yeah. Yeah. Just instinctively.
And I would like to think what I'm doing, or what the Davidians are doing, it's sincere. It's sincere, and the listener knows that, and we stay in our lane, and I know what I love, and I know what raises the hair on my arms, and I kind of just digest it and then regurgitate it in my own way.
Yeah.
And that's that's the Davidians. Like I said, it's nothing you haven't heard before. It's nothing that you haven't
Well,
heard before.
but that's the accomplishment of your album, the new one, is that you take all that stuff, and oh my God, we all have experiences. I call them good time rock and roll bands
Yeah.
who will take shit from whenever in the past, and they'll just do the most obvious crap with it. I mean, you guys tackled Skip James on this record, and I know a couple of things about that shit. That's not easy, to take something like that, and it's like, how are you going to approach it? What are you going to do with it? It's funny because you could go a lot of places with it. You can do real minimal. You could, just like a skeleton thing, which I'm kind of tempted to maybe pursue myself.
You were the fucking
But-
master of that. You.
Well, but I'm just saying.
You guys.
But you guys took that, and it's such a cool song anyway.
And that's the influence that you've had on me.
Yeah, well, it's like
know?
you took it. Here's what you did with it, and you made it listenable. People are going to discover that song. They're going to know about him. They're going to know about this stuff because of what you did with that. That's that's no small feat, to be able to do that. It's brilliant. So I
Thanks, man.
love that. And so I think that album is, everywhere you guys play, they're gonna eat your ass alive in Europe. They're gonna love it. They're just gonna go. They're gonna go totally nuts. You'll probably move over there and we'll never see you again. But
That's a wish.
yeah, don't do that.
That's the perfect
Don't
world.
do that. Love Europe. Love the fans. Oh my God, such great fans. But don't live there. Don't move there.
You creep.
It has given millions of
You can see the middle ear.
So that's out, and you probably have all kinds of touring plans to back this record up, right? Over
Yeah.
the rest of 2025, and
We plan
and
on
beyond.
going to Europe next year. Definitely. We have a booking agent over there who's going to bring us over for next year, and I'm working on getting a booking agent here. But in the meantime, just going to keep chipping away at the stone.
Yeah. So no organized American tour yet.
No,
Like why? Okay.
I haven't found anyone to help us put that together.
That'll be there. Yeah. I mean, I wish I knew more people, but I just hang out behind the 7-Elevens most weekends. So I don't.
I'll join you.
It's totally cool back there, It's like it's safe, it's cool. There's a few people you probably never met before, but it's a little family back there. It's all right, We eat whatever falls off the roller. We just take it, do a little barbecue. But people think I was kidding about that. But no, you'll find that. I hope you find that because it just seems to me like a really nice, big, organized American tour is exactly what you guys need. Hit that in the fall. It's the perfect time to do it, before it gets cold and freezing. God damn.
Yeah.
Man, you guys could really kill it.
Let me, while I'm thinking about this, at this stage of the game for me, it's all a bonus. I'm glad the universe came together to give me 2 really good records, and we're starting to work on our 3rd one. Which he wants to put out an EP around between Halloween and Thanksgiving. So we're working on an EP. We have 6 really good. We have enough for another album, but it's going to be 6 strong songs. But it's all a bonus at this point, and I'm grateful for that. Whatever happens, but it's at this point, it's art for art's sake, and I want to say that what I've done with my career and my life in 2025, it has me sitting opposite of you. And, your career, what you've done, the music that you've been involved with, the way you carry yourself, your disposition. I mean, that's one of the rewards of this fucking of what
Well,
I'm
thank you,
doing.
man.
You know, you know, I mean, you are on some of the most, for me, some of the stuff that you're on, if they said, Tex Mosley, this is all you're listening to for the rest of your life, I'd be good with it.
Yeah.
Like, yay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So that's my reward for this for everything right now, you know, and whatever happens is a fucking bonus, you know, and you never know what the next day is going to entail because years ago I said to myself, dude, I'm never going to fucking be a vendor for this bullshit again.
Yeah.
But here I am.
Yeah. No, you are right.
You know, here I am.
Well, I sincerely really want whatever those bonuses are that you're calling it. I want the best, and I don't want it just to be bonuses, because you guys are working it, you know, and you've got so much energy and ability to just keep doing this and take it all over the world. Fuck. I mean, you're going to do it. It's stupid for me to say, I hope it happens. It's going to happen. You're going to get there and do it. And you, like you just said, you've got an EP you can do and even enough material for another album. I mean, fuck. 26, 27. I mean, you guys are going to be, you guys are going to be hitting it. You're just going to be killing it for a long time. I love that.
And then another thing you said earlier, I think what makes it, I guess, authentic, but don't get me wrong, because we're not doing anything that hasn't been done before. But you said it earlier. What we're doing is totally age appropriate.
Uh-huh.
We're not trying to do a young man's game.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a young man, you know, and I'm not a punk rocker either, because if I still consider myself as a punk, then I'm just a complete fucking loser. I'm too fucking old to be a punk, and there's definitely nothing to rebel about.
I gave that term up a long time ago.
I know.
It's like, please, no. I know he's there, and all that was what it was.
It's what it
special,
was.
But, yeah.
But I have a punk attitude.
Yeah.
I'll never lose that.
Yeah, no, we can't.
Ever.
No.
But it's age appropriate what we're doing.
Yeah, well,
Age
I mean,
appropriate.
you grow. It's wiser. You've got that much more experience, that much more of all these influences that have been churning around in your head and in your heart and in your gut for years and years, and that's what I'm hearing. That's what we get to hear, and that's one of the benefits of being maybe a little bit older, and you've been through all those fights and everything of being young and on all this stage and that band and and this stage, and so yeah, I mean that's the benefit. I'm trying to dance around the concept of getting old, or let's say older, because there can be a benefit. You think of some people, some bands, I won't name them. They kept playing, but I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear any. Like, are they still growing? Is the attitude still there? Is there any edge at all? No. It's just kind of like just regurgitating kind of more or less the same thing.
The same thing. Well, you got some...
But that's not going to happen with you guys, though.
Well, yeah, because we're fairly new, but you got some bands that's been around for a long time, and some of those bands have actually become a corporation.
Yeah, huge.
They go out and make money, But that's the thing, man. It's like, isn't that what life is about? Growing.
Yeah.
And how can I say it? I'll put it like this. The world's constantly evolving. And what a lot of people don't get, and this is with just everyday living, a lot of people have a hard time evolving with it.
Yeah, there we go. Right.
Have a hard time evolving with it. I mean, I can't do the same shit that I did when I was 23, 24, 25. You know?
Oh, don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I really don't want to. It's not that I can't. I just don't want to because I can't, but also I don't want to. No, you're right, and you gotta do that. And there's just I just think if you put it in, you put this stuff as you go along in life, you learn, you absorb. There's more. If you continue to take that stuff and continue to take to express that in your music, and so the music will then it stays fresh, it stays honest, it stays real, and in your case, it's really good.
Oh, thank you.
And I mean, I don't know. You raise the bar on yourself. Now you gotta move upstairs.
Yeah.
To that apartment in the sky.
You just got to keep chipping away at the stone, man.
Yeah,
just
keep doing
playing,
it. Yeah.
keep doing it. And I think another thing that I do kind of understand, not fully, but I'm starting to get, I'm listening to, I try not to listen to anything that doesn't teach me anything. Like we were talking earlier about how you love listening to drummers that groove and how you like falling into the groove, and a lot of new stuff that I'm hearing, and it's not even new. It's just stuff that I was totally clueless about when I was younger.
Yeah, right.
But I'm listening to hearing this stuff, and, the quality of playing, how little tricks that these older musicians did and so forth and so on. I mean, and I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way, but I'm not going to fucking learn anything listening to Black Flag or to Adolescence, Maybe X.
Yeah.
But,
Well, yeah. I mean, those things hit hard when they hit originally, and they they made that mark and they did their thing, but yeah, I mean, we can't, how many countless bands, we can't learn from every one of them.
Exactly.
Take that with us. I try to be as open-minded as I can about those things, but they have their effect the way it is. That's that. But
exactly.
there's many bands out there, that and the same way. I hear things I didn't listen to 30 years ago.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, that's pretty damn good. I think I like that.
Right.
Where was I?
Yeah.
Anyway, well, dude, fantastic record, fantastic band, fantastic human being.
Oh,
Thanks, Tex.
thank you. Fucking love you, dude.
Yeah, man. Love you too, man. There you go. That's our message, people. Go out there and make the world a better place. We just gave you the blueprint. Okay, I'm waiting.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. We're out.